Okay, so today we're going to talk about pancakes, 5-ring pancakes. And pancakes are basically this, that you throw the ring, not this way, but you turn it so that the ring side up and it makes a flip. Okay, so first let's talk about the spin. I use big rings, and for me, it's much easier to control it with a double. So I do double spin. So you hold from here, this is a half a spin, single spin, 1.5, and so on, and a double. Okay, now I do double. The reason why I do double is for me, because the big rings, you need much more strength to do this with the big rings. For me, it helps if I add a little more extra, sort of like an extra spin. Usually, a lot of people, they do with small rings, they do 1.5. But it's basically you have to try which one is better for you, which one works faster for you. But it's either going to be, usually it's either going to be 1.5 or 2 spins. So you should know which one you want to do, which one is better for you, and then learn that. Okay, but you have to know when you start doing this, you have to know which one you're going to use. So for me, with the big rings, I use double. Okay, and now how to hold the ring when you throw it. First, the most important part is when you throw, it has to be this sideways. Okay, if it's like that, it will not turn, it will wobble. Okay, it will wobble left and right. So what you do, you make sure that it's like this way. So when you throw up, it has to stay, because sometimes, especially when you do crossing pattern, your hand will turn like this. So you have to, even if you go cross or it stays in the same hand, it has to be parallel, to the floor level where the spin goes. Okay, so this is the close-up view. So again, I hold all my 4 fingers, I spread them open, and I keep them straight. Okay, and then I put the ring there. It's not, for me, it's there. Okay, so it's sort of like at the edge of the fingers, so on this side. Okay, so I find a good place where I have sort of like, so it's not like this. So I find the center place, and if you imagine your hand go straight line with the other side of the ring. Okay, so the ring is not facing this, and it's not like that. So you sort of like make a straight line from here across the ring on the other side. Okay, and that's sort of like your focus point. When you throw, you make sure that this line is straight where you want to throw, and then these are parallel to the floor, so not like this. And I really squeeze with my thumb down here, so have this. Oy. You get that, so you can make the flip. Sorry. Okay, but this is the grip that I use. For sure, some people can do it other ways, but this is what I use and this is what I recommend. So, and it's always the same. So you catch, and then you put down. That's how I find the place. Just catch and put down. Okay, and this is where I have a good control of the ring, so I can decide how many spins I want it to go. Okay. Okay, so now you know how much spin you put it, 1.5 or 2, and how to actually throw the ring. Okay, go from here and to throw. Now let's talk about the pattern, because usually when you do juggle with rings, the pattern can be quite narrow. Okay, so it don't have to be wide, and the crossing point for the cascade is pretty high. Okay, but when you do, the problem with this, you only have this much space in the air. So if you turn the ring sideways, especially with the big ones, they will collapse. So what you have to do is you have to make the pattern wide enough so the 2 rings fit in the air at the same time. Okay, so that's how to do it is you put the crossing pattern, the way where the pattern crosses, you make it lower. Okay, so you put your hand cross and up. Let me show what I mean. So this is the normal, but when I want to do pancakes, the crossing pattern is lower. So I put my hands across and then I throw. Okay, see the difference? Crossing pattern is there, it's higher. And when I do pancakes, you have to put it lower. Okay, and the bigger the ring, the more wider you have to go, more lower you have to go. So you go sideways and up. Okay, and even if you do like sideways like 4, you have to go in the middle, and then come from here. Because here you have a lot of, you don't need a lot of space. But when you make a pancake throw, you do need to sort of like go really across because the pattern is much, much wider because these need space. So you have to always go from the side. Okay? And that's the biggest thing. And then one of the other ways, so how to learn the five ring pancakes, it's the same as you would learn 5-ball cascade, 5-ring cascade, any cascade. So it's a cascade trick. But for me, there's also one more tip. It's the starting. Okay, so when you start the pancakes, I don't do it from this rhythm. What I do 3 up slash, 1, 2, 3, and then I start. Okay, it gives me sort of like, it breaks the rhythm because throwing cascade, I do throw when it's normal cascade, I throw it a lot faster and it's slower. But when I do these pancakes, I need more height because it takes me a little bit longer to throw. Okay. So what I do, I start with the right hand. So the pancakes, I start with the right hand. So the left hand has to start the flashes. So left, right, left, and then, okay, one more time. And now you can also watch the crossing pattern. Left, right, left, and then pancakes. Whoa. Quite messy, but still goes. Anyway, hope that helps to give you some tips and ideas how to actually make the 5-ring pancakes work. So that's how you throw, and it's always, you go step by step. You start with 3, you make high throws, you do these exercises, 12-time exercise, cascade, flashes, snake, all this stuff, and then for the 5. Okay? You can also do a lot of practices with 4 rings as well. But that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.